Welcome back. Who will emerge victorious in this ultimate showdown between Swamp Thing and Thanos? Before we dive deep into the analysis, please remember to subscribe to the channel to support my work. Thank you all so very much. In the deepest swamps of Louisiana, where mist blankets the murky waters and the drone of insects echoes through the night, Alec Holland was once a brilliant scientist. He studied ways to improve crop yields to save humanity from famine. His life changed forever when a bomb planted by his enemies tore through his laboratory and his body. Flames greedily devoured everything, but Alec's consciousness did not vanish. It merged with the swamp itself, with every root, every leaf, and the very lifeblood of the surrounding flora. From those ashes, Swamp Thing was born. He is no longer human. He has become the physical embodiment of the green, the primordial force representing all plant life on Earth and throughout the entire cosmos. His massive body is forged from living wood, moss, and tightly entwined vines. With eyes glowing red like burning embers and skin covered in thick vegetal bark, Swamp Thing is not a monster built for destruction, but a protector. He stands between nature and humanity, often facing threats from humans themselves, those who exploit the earth without ever realizing the consequences. On the other side, we have the being born of eternal and deviant blood. A strategic genius and a superhuman warrior, Thanos is obsessed with Mistress Death. He believes the universe requires balance, achieved only by eradicating half of all life. As a cosmic conqueror and empire builder, he constantly clashes with the greatest heroes of the Marvel Universe. He stands tall, with purple skin and rippling muscles, possessing the terrifying presence of a truly mad titan. Born with a genius intellect and overwhelming power, he realized early on that the universe was overflowing with insatiable life. Obsessed with the personification of death, he believes the only way to save the cosmos is through this grim equilibrium. With his towering height and muscles like shifting mountains, Thanos has become the ultimate conqueror. His titan eternal physiology allows him to endure any trauma, from the crushing gravity of black holes to the explosion of entire planets. He is not only a physical powerhouse, but a master strategist, deeply skilled in both advanced technology and the darkest of arts. Thanos, after conquering countless planets, turned his gaze toward Earth. He realized this green planet was suffering from a severe imbalance, with its population exploding and nature being devastated. Thanos decided to bring balance in his own way. He arrived on Earth quietly, without a massive fleet of spaceships, coming alone with nothing but an iron will. Swamp Thing, residing deep within the Louisiana swamps, suddenly sensed a colossal threat. The green trembled. Every tree and every blade of grass on the planet whispered a warning. An alien force was seeking to erase life. Swamp Thing rose from the muck, his body towering like a living skyscraper. He knew that this encounter was inevitable. The two mightiest entities from two different universes were about to face off. That night, the Louisiana swamp was submerged in a thick fog. The damp air hung heavy with the scent of earth and decaying leaves. Swamp Thing stood motionless among the ancient trees, his red eyes flashing as he felt the heavy footsteps of the invader. Thanos emerged from the shadows, tall and terrifying, his purple skin reflecting the faint moonlight. He gave a cold smirk, his deep voice echoing like distant thunder. Swamp Thing did not answer with words. He simply extended a massive arm, and instantly the ground shook. Vines rose from everywhere like giant serpents, tightly binding Thanos' legs. The mad titan laughed out loud, his rippling muscles tightening. He raised his fist and slammed it down. It was a simple punch, but fueled by titan strength, enough to shatter a mountain. The vines snapped instantly, and Swamp Thing's body crumbled into fragments of wood and leaves. Thanos stepped forward, thinking the match had ended in a mere moment. But he was wrong. From every single fragment, the green awakened. Even the smallest sprout was enough for Swamp Thing to be reborn. In the blink of an eye, his body regrew from the soil, taller than before, with thicker moss and stronger vines. He lunged forward, his massive hands grabbing Thanos and squeezing tight. Swamp Thing's strength was now directly linked to the Earth itself. He grappled on equal footing with the strongest heroes, and Thanos felt it. The mad titan roared, using his super strength to shove Swamp Thing away. Both collided violently with ancient trees, snapping them like toothpicks. Thanos fired beams of cosmic energy from his palms, incinerating everything in sight. The swamp erupted in flames, and black smoke billowed. He attempted to wipe out all plant life within hundreds of meters to cut off his opponent's source of power. Swamp Thing did not flinch. He expanded his body, transforming into a gargantuan creature as tall as a skyscraper. His arms were now massive branches, swinging down like sledgehammers. Each of his blows carried the full weight of the green, forcing Thanos back several steps. The Mad Titan endured those strikes with horrifying durability. Having survived black holes and planetary explosions, punches made of vegetation were not enough to kill him. But Swamp Thing had another advantage. He began to manipulate things from the inside. Plant bacteria and fungi in the air invaded Thanos' body through his breath and tiny wounds. They grew rapidly, entangling the Mad Titan's internal organs. Thanos felt true pain for the first time in years. He bellowed, using telekinesis to rip those plant fibers out. Simultaneously, he fired precision energy beams into the core of Swamp Thing's body, trying to burn him from within. Swamp Thing turned to ash for the second time, but he regenerated instantly from a tiny leaf hundreds of meters away. He created dozens of clones of himself, each attacking from every direction. Vines wrapped around Thanos like a giant spiderweb, dragging him down into the mire. Thanos was not a man to surrender easily. He activated his genius strategic mind. He realized that the source of Swamp Thing's power lay within the green, so he focused on destroying the surrounding environment. With a single strike of his hand, he unleashed a vast energy explosion, incinerating thousands of trees at once. The swamp transformed into a dead wasteland. Swamp Thing felt the agonizing pain of the green, yet he did not weaken. On the contrary, he dragged Thanos into the very metaphysical realm of the green itself. The space around them shifted. They were no longer in the Louisiana Bayou, but lost in an infinite world of trees, roots, and lifeblood connecting every single timeline. Here, Swamp Thing is Lord. He manipulates time and reality at a conceptual level, causing Thanos to feel his body slowly withering away. The Mad Titan's wounds no longer healed as quickly as before. Thanos struggled to fire cosmic energy to shatter this realm, but every time he destroyed a part of it, Swamp Thing reconstructed it instantly. Thanos smashed through dozens of Swamp Thing clones, and even grappled on equal footing with his gargantuan form. He had once stood equal to Odin and defeated Thor, so his physical might was never to be underestimated. However, Swamp Thing's transcendent regenerative abilities rendered all of Thanos' efforts utterly futile. Every time the Mad Titan thought he had won, the Avatar rose again from the soil, from the water, and even from the air. Swamp Thing expanded his elemental powers, controlling the earth and swamp waters to create massive waves that swept Thanos away. The Mad Titan grew exhausted. He had conquered the universe, but he had never encountered an enemy this immortal. Thanos stood there, his breathing heavy, his dark purple body covered in wounds and tightly bound by vines. He had never been this depleted. His Titan eternal strength remained, but his will began to waver. Swamp Thing, conversely, stood tall and majestic at the center of the swamp. His body was now larger than ever, nourished by the entirety of Earth's green. His red eyes stared directly at the Mad Titan with a calm yet unshakable resolve. Thanos let out one final roar, gathering every last drop of his energy to fire his most powerful cosmic beam. That light pierced through Swamp Thing's body, incinerating him into ash for the third time. But that ash did not vanish. It drifted on the wind and fell across the entire swamp. From every speck of ash, a new green sprout emerged. Within seconds, Swamp Thing was completely reborn, even more powerful than before. He reached out his hand, and the entire green responded. A colossal storm of vegetation enveloped Thanos. Vines, roots, leaves, and sap coiled around him from every direction, dragging him deep into the bowels of the earth. Swamp Thing did not kill Thanos. He simply neutralized him. The Mad Titan was buried within a massive biological cocoon, his body manipulated at a cellular level until he could no longer move. He remained alive, but his conquest was over. Swamp Thing stood in silence, watching his fallen foe. He knew Thanos was not dead, for the Mad Titan is immortal in his own right. But this battle had proven one thing clearly. Swamp Thing's power was superior. The infinite regeneration from the green meant he could never be permanently destroyed. Meanwhile, Thanos, no matter how mighty, was still a finite being. Swamp Thing had survived the antimatter waves of the Anti-Monitor, once lifted the entirety of Camelot, and held his own against Superman. Thanos had defeated the Hulk and the Silver Surfer, but he could not overcome a primordial force connected to the entire universe. As Thanos was sealed away, the swamp slowly began to heal. Trees regrew lush and green, and the waters turned clear once more. Swamp Thing returned to his role as protector. He whispered to the green, sending a warning to all living things on Earth about the threats from the stars. As for Thanos, though defeated, he kept his iron will. He knew that one day he might break free, but for now, he had to accept the truth. There are powers that cannot be conquered by pure violence alone. Swamp Thing stood amidst the peaceful marsh, his red eyes looking up at the sky. He is not a hero in the conventional sense, but the embodiment of life itself. Thanos, though beaten, remains the symbol of cosmic ambition. And in this encounter, life has triumphed. Swamp Thing wins with overwhelming odds, proving that the green is a force beyond compare. Swamp Thing is the stronger one, and he is the victor. What do you think about this epic battle? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you all so very much.